So I saw the live action Moana movie at the theaters. Now I was really excited for this movie. I loved the original Moana movie, and even though I thought Moana 2 was okay, I was still excited for this because of the fact that I think the original Moana movie is fantastic. And when it comes to these Disney live action remakes, look, I think there's been three that have been great. I love the Aladdin live action remake. I loved the Jungle Book live action remake, and I loved Cinderella live action remake. And I also really love Cruella, but that's more of a reimagining than a remake. So I don't have a problem with Disney remaking their animated movies. There's been times where they've shown they can do it really well, like Aladdin, Jungle Book, and Cinderella. I do feel like the last couple of years though they've either been mediocre or not very good. And those examples of great remakes besides Disney live action remakes of those three, like I mentioned, you had the Fly remake, the Thing remake was so great. So I have no problem when you remake a movie, even an animated one, as long as as long as you do something where like you have Aladdin, Cinderella, and Jungle Book, where there was examples where they took what you love about the anime, maybe while at the same time doing enough new stuff to make it feel different. And if you're gonna do a shop remake, I have no problem with that as long as you add some heart to it. Like one of like How You Train Your Dragon remake from last year. I don't think that was great. I don't think it was good as animated movies. I thought it was good though. It had like some heart to it. When it had those emotional moments, it worked in that movie. It felt like the people behind that movie had some soul to that movie. It didn't feel like it was just they were just making a remake just to make a remake. With this movie, let me start with the positives though. The one positive I have with Moana live action movies is that I think the girl who plays Moana, I think she does a good job. I think when she sings the songs, she sounds good, and I think her performance was good. Like to me, she is the best thing about this movie. I thought she was actually a great Moana, and she's really the only positive I have about this movie. The negatives with this movie is that one, this is an obvious one, it's 95% shot for shot remake of the animated movie. It literally does nothing new plot wise. They don't extend any character beats. It literally just feels like they just copied and paste from the anime movie. And then, and like I said earlier, I have no problem with that if this movie had some heart. And that's another problem with this movie. It just felt everything felt very flat in this movie to me. There's just no like soul to this movie. There's no heart to it. It just felt like this movie was made just to be like made, just for the sake of it. I didn't feel like there was any passion in this movie. It just felt very like, oh, we just made this remake just to make it. Even though Rock's performance, I found him to be very flat in this movie to me. Like to me, his performance was just very like mediocre, and it just felt like he didn't want to be in this movie to me. Like there was just no emotion to his performance in this movie. And then another negative thing with this movie for me is that, and this is something I worry about in the trailers before I even like saw the movie, was how Maui looks in the animated movie, the Wax character. I think looks great in animation. This is one of those things though where I don't think it translates to live action. Because every time the Rock was on screen in this movie, I know for I heard he was wearing a bodysuit in this movie because the character's really buff in the animated movie. Every time he was on screen, I was like, it just he has this uncanny look to him where it just he looks out of place. Like it's just this uncanny look where I'm like, this character, the way the character looks in animation doesn't translate to live action well. Like Rock having long curly hair, it just doesn't look good in the movie to me. Like to me, it's like the character looks great in animation, and it's like when people say like if you take certain elements from comic books where maybe that doesn't translate to live action. I feel like Ron is like I would say the only animated character I've seen so far where I went like that. The look of the character looks great in animation. It doesn't work in live action for me personally. So like it just had this uncanny look to it. And Rock, it just doesn't look good with the whole long curly hair. And here's another problem. Maui looks young in the animated movie. No offense to the Rock, he's getting older now though, and you can really tell in his face. So that I felt like this is one of those times why I think it would have been better just to hire and like I understand he voiced the character in animated movie to Rock in both animated movies. I feel like this is one of those times though. I would have hired a younger actor because it just you can really tell the Rock is looking old now, and it's really noticeable in the movie. Like I said, when you watch the animated movie, Mari looks young. It doesn't. It just for me when you watch the live action movie, you're just like, yeah, the Rock is getting older. It just doesn't like he doesn't have that young look to him anymore. So that was another problem. Is that his performance was flat. It just has this uncanny look to it where the character design looks great in animation. I just don't think it translates to live action. Another thing about this movie is that I think for the most part the CGI looked good. A negative with this movie though is that there's a lot of times when it does feel like you're watching on green screen. Like a lot of it just feels very like artificial. It doesn't feel real. So that's another negative with this movie. And the songs just didn't really hit emotionally. Like the original Moana animated movie has like some great songs. In this movie, they all felt very flat, including the emotional moments in this movie. Everything felt like soulless to me. Like this, I know every movie is a cash grab. Like in my opinion, anytime somebody makes a movie, they're making it to make money. So every movie is a cash grab. This movie really felt like a cash grab in the sense that I just felt like there was no passion in this movie. So that was another negative thing with this movie is that just the green screen, you can tell at times, and just overall, it's just a very flat, empty, soulless remake with no heart to it. The emotional moments didn't land for me. The songs didn't hit me emotionally like they did in an animated movie, and it's pretty much a shot for shot remake with nothing new that was added. So I just did not like this Moana live action movie. I would put this up as one of the worst live action remakes. Like I would still be excited for if Disney did more remakes of their animated stuff. And just like I said, I don't have a problem with remakes. Period. There's examples of great remakes. There's examples of bad remakes. This to me is one of the bad ones, and it's one of those ones where it just feels like there was just no energy or passion put into this movie. It just really, like, I hate using the word cash grab because every movie is made to make money. This really feels like a cash grab to me. Like they just made this for the sake of it. So that's my thoughts on Moana live action one. And let me say this: this movie I think actually has a high audience score. I think like a while ago it was in the 90. I don't know if it still is. So you know what? I can see people who, if you're just looking for a shot for shot remake of the Moana movie, but in live action, I can see people having fun with that if you're just looking for a copy paste movie. And I can see kids having fun with this movie. For me personally, though, I was not a fan of this live action remake, and I would just say go watch the original animated movie. Hell, I would even say watch the second animated movie Moana 2, even though I think that movie is just like forgettable. I think that's better than this, though. So that's my thoughts on the live action Moana movie. Until next time, movie fans.